So, welcome everybody. I am so excited to introduce to you today Ivan Ivanovic. He is going to be telling us all about practical AI travel trips that brands can actually apply tomorrow. And I was really thrilled. I came across Ivan looking through LinkedIn. I don't even know. I mean, we're in the AI circle, right? And of course, AI knows what you're interested in. And it started pulling me up all this information coming from Ivan. He's got a really great newsletter, by the way, if you want to sign up for that. And I got some real insight and wisdom because, of course, he's in the travel sector, which is what I'm all about. How can we help marketers in tourism and travel make their lives so much easier by using AI? How can you save your time? How can you save money? And also the big thing that I'm really passionate about, how to get found in AI search. And I'm really excited about Ivan because he covers a lot of that as well. And he's been in the industry really for quite some time. So I'm just going to let you know about his bio. He is an AI content consultant for travel and tourism brands. Well, of course, we like that, don't we? With over 25 years of experience in journalism, tourism, and marketing, Ivan helps tour operators, DMOs, and travel tech companies save time and increase engagement through smart AI powered content strategies and content production. He's also the creator of the AI Tourism Innovator brand. He's the host of the AI Tourism Talks, which I would suggest that you listen to. They are a live series. And he's also the publisher of the AI Tourism Innovator newsletter that I happened to mention earlier on. And he's also on a mission to bridge the gap between tourism businesses and tech platforms through practical and personalized content. Now, he's got a wonderful presentation that he's going to walk us through today. And he's also promised to do a little demo for us, which I think is going to be a real game changer, on the fly information to just show you just how much time you really can save using stuff that he teaches and that he shares. So I'm just going to welcome you here today. Thank you so much for making time for us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Victoria. It's a genuine pleasure for me to be here, and it's a great honor to be on your podcast.
No.
Really, honestly speaking, because to meet such a kind professional as you are, and especially because we have so much things in common, as you mentioned when we had a discovery call, it's really a genuine pleasure.
Well, it's always good to meet like-minded people, and I just think it's fantastic. So how about I share the screen, and then I'm just going to literally hand over to you. Yeah, does that sound good?
Absolutely, absolutely. As you can see over here, this presentation is also made by AI. So this is one convenient tool. And I have to say, every tool that I will mention, I'm not affiliate, unfortunately. So this one is Gamma app, and it's really great. And one small disclaimer at the start. I want to say to your audience that AI is not a magic trick. So without your experience as a human, without your knowledge, without your expertise, there is no tool that can help you. That's my really honest approach and transparent approach to the audience. So this is one disclaimer before we start. So it's not a magic trick, but eventually when you combine your experience as a human and AI tools properly used and leveraged, then it becomes a magic. Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
So,
Human in the
so
loop.
as absolutely, absolutely, especially in tourism and hospitality, I'm sure that your audience knows that. So without humans in tourism, there are no connections.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we will talk about practical tips travel brands can apply tomorrow. As you already mentioned, I'm helping travel tech and tourism brands turn AI into results they can use tomorrow or even right now. A little bit about me. I won't bother you too much because your introduction was really great. My official background is, of course, in my university in tourism and hospitality. And I started actually 2.5 decades ago here in Budapest, even though I'm not originally from Hungary, in tourism and in hostling, moreover. And then I started to work I started to work in TV journalism, in PR and promotional activities. And then I started to work in my dream job, so to say, in destination management organization of my hometown of Novi Sad in the Republic of Serbia in Balkans. And I also worked over there almost for 10 years, but I have combined all three sectors: governmental, afterwards civil sector, not about it too much, also in projects related to tourism, and then the private sector, our own family boutique marketing and branding agency, which conducted many campaigns, mainly in tourism and hospitality for 15 plus years. As you mentioned, I'm an AI content consultant for travel and tourism. It says here 50 plus clients served. It's actually more than 100 clients. I mean, in tourism in general. And I believe it's more than that. It doesn't matter. It says just I have some experience in tourism. Well, I will just point out this one result. Let's say in DMO, while we were working there as a team of 3 people only, for the city government and for the region and for the country itself, we managed to have a 9-year in a row tourism revenue growth from tourism tax from our activities, which we have implemented, let's say, locally, and also working with all stakeholders in our country, in our city, in our country, and globally in general. Of course, I would like to mention really some important facts about the market shift. And there are, let's say, 2 lines which I'm showing here. They all said, like, with the rise of social media, most of the people, I believe, they don't know the social media started from the 70s, from the 20th century. I mean, the early beginnings, not the social media that we know today. And then from 2003, I believe, Facebook and LinkedIn started. And then officially, let's say, officially 2010 was the social media mobile first, like Instagram, TikTok afterwards, and I don't know, Snapchat and many other platforms that we started to use. And they stated that we are all became from social media companies with the possibility to publish and to publish your own content and to become as a media company, right? Nowadays, the switch is from media to the tech company. What that actually means that the tech platforms now drive travel discovery and bookings. And now we are, especially with the rise with AI, we are the witnesses of this shift really in front of our eyes. So not to waste too much time here, it's a huge topic. Just say in one sentence, if you are not leveraging tech and AI in this particular case, I'm sorry to say, you will lose and you will be crushed by the competitors.
Yeah.
That's for sure, without implementing that technologies. And there are 2 ways that you should and you could do it. And the one way, which is just speeding up the processes, and the another one is strategically implementing the tech and AI within your business model. We will talk a little bit about it later. And also the other shift, which is also happening, let's say, in the last period, is that from social media, the focus switched to the so-called interest media. What that means in practice, that with the niche, value-driven content now wins over broad general reach. I will talk a little bit about it also later when I show you some practical demos. But this is in practice what it means. Everybody was, especially from the rise of social media, everybody was fighting for, so to say, for bigger followers, bigger reach, likes, so-called vanity metrics, right? Like you all like that, right? Oh, I got so many likes, I got so many comments. By the way, the comments are the most important thing. With the comments, especially if you are looking on the LinkedIn, of course, for travel brands, it's more to B2C. It depends. It can be B2B. LinkedIn is the platform that I will talk the most, but for the travel brands, other platforms are more interesting. I know that for sure. But of course, on LinkedIn and on any other platform, comments are your weapon, so to say. So you can comment, I don't know, 100 times per day, but you can only post, you can post 100 times, but nobody will see. But it's recommended to post the once or maybe twice on the same platform. That's why I'm talking to explain this issue. And you don't need now, it's like good news that you don't need a big followers. You need strategic content which serves your ideal client. So this is exactly what I want to explain to your audience and what tourism brand needs and vice versa in the terms of, because I'm a bridge between, it's not a gap, that's just the, let's say, the two ends of the same line, the travel brands, the travel tech companies, which are providing solutions for the travel brands. And tourism brands need better use of travel tech tools to stand outline. If you're not leveraging the travel tech tools and AI in general, as I said, you will lose. You need AI strategies for faster and high quality content and more direct, high value B2C, it depends, or B2B connections. For the travel tech side, companies, they need access to ready to buy tourism clients. I don't know if you have travel tech companies within your audience, but I'm just talking to both sides. And content, they need content that shows real products and value, real product value to tourism brands, and stronger positioning in really crowded SaaS market. They say not in travel only, but in general, there are now around 60,000 AI tools. So people generally know about ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Claude, or whatever, but there are around approximately 60,000 AI tools.
I didn't know it was even that much. Wow.
Okay, now I will continue with my approach with AI-powered content and connections. And I will state out here several workflows. I'm using AI prompts tailored for travel and tourism and tech companies specifically. I have custom-made prompts specifically for this niche. And also, I will showcase you how to build your own GPT for faster content production. It involves the paid version of the tool. And I have to say one fact, a real life fact from many conversations that I had, that most of the people and brands, travel brands, are actually using free version of the tool and any tool, let's say ChatGPT. And I will specifically showcase here the ChatGPT flow. Of course, you can apply it within any other of LMs or other AI tools out there. And that was really surprising for me. And I will explain later in a demo why it's so bad for your brand to do this type of, it's not even a workflow, I would say. And so I will show you how to build your own GPT within the ChatGPT, sorry. And of course, you have to structure your data for your AI ready visibility, which is your, Victoria, your niche and your expertise specifically, right? So of course, the automation and repurposing the content across channels is the game changer. This is what really saves time. I can show you a bit of that because there's not enough time to showcase everything. But I want to say that this is really a game changer if you apply it how it should be applied properly. And of course, I will show you also to create projects inside ChatGPT. It's been around for a while. Now they have improved it, and for repeatable workflows. And it also involves the paid version. So without paid version, which is only at $20 per month, you get really a lot, at least in ChatGPT. But as I mentioned, I'm not affiliate, unfortunately. And you can do, but you cannot do this workflow, like build GPTs and projects in any other tool, as I know. Of course, I will demonstrate this is also the voice and microphone use in ChatGPT for faster ideation. I have to emphasize here that even professionals, I mean, in AI field, they are not leveraging this specific workflow or at all or not enough. And I will show you how. And I will now switch to the demo. Now I will just go to my ChatGPT and I will show you how to create a post, email, a landing page, or a different content from a single prompt or for several prompts, to build a custom GPT and see the voice and microphone in usage. Just 1 second.
Very excited.
Thank you. This. You can see my screen now, right?
Yes, I can. Absolutely. ChatGPT 5.
Excellent. ChatGPT 5. Exactly. Now we have ChatGPT 5. It's really, they say from the beginning, from 2022, was GPT-3, then the GPT-4. Just recently, they launched this one. And I can say, they say it's like you have a PhD within your team, PhD expertise, of course. I would like also to emphasize one thing specifically, and this is like what I have mentioned before I start with the demo. And so it's really important within the companies and several brands, several tech companies, it doesn't matter how to adapt the AI itself. As I mentioned, you can adapt it to speed up the process. And also you should adapt it strategically. That means like any other software that you're using, you should adapt strategically to use and to leverage AI tools, whatever you will use. And also the change in the company should start bottom up. So that means you as a manager, as a founder, as an owner, as a CEO, should let your employees educate first to go together, let's say together with you, so you can manage them. And when you have the bottom up approach, then it means that when you are leveraging it and using it, the leverage is not the best. This is really like AI expression. But when you're using AI tools properly, and I don't know, you have 5 people who will speed up the processes, and strategically you will get extraordinary results like you have at least 10 people, like double at least. That's the first point. So let's start with GPTs, okay? When you get with, I'm talking about the paid version. So sorry guys, you have to invest. So when you have, and eventually you have some, of course, you can start, and you should start from the free version, from the tier at the beginning, just to get know the things and get the flow, etc. But these workflows and features are only available for paid version. So when you go to GPTs, and I don't remember because I started to pay the ChatGPT 1 year ago or more, and to feed up my model more than a year. So I don't remember exactly. Do you have? I think you have also the ability to approach this market of GPTs in the free version. I'm sure that you have.
Yeah.
So you can pick up GPTs which are free here, and it's like big. I don't know. There are many of them, but to build your own GPT, you should go to this little button, and then you should go to, I will just do it like this to be easier, and show you one particular workflow, which is also convenient. You saw that I opened a new tab, and I will show you that you can work simultaneously in multiple tabs. And also what is convenient, you can download, and you should download the desktop version of, in this particular case, the ChatGPT. And then you have like 3, let's say, spaces to work simultaneously. Of course, you cannot open like 50 or 100 tabs, but it's also one convenient workflow to use. So how to make your GPT for your brand, for your company? As I mentioned, you go to the GPT, My GPTs, and then you open the new GPT. If you like your photo, or use DALL-E, which is also the model for creating images within the ChatGPT. Suppose that everybody has their own visuals, logos, or whatever. Then you name your GPT. Then I will show mine, of course. Then you add description, a short description about what this GPT does. I will show you mine. And then you have the instruction. This is super crucial. So what does this GPT do? How does it behave? And what should be avoided? And many other topics. Or you can put also conversation starters. And it's also crucial here to upload files, the knowledge base that could and should be your market research, competitor research, internal research, your brand guidelines, your strategies, whatever you make, you should upload it here. I think around 20 files can be uploaded, as I know, like PDF or Word files. And then you should also put here like your, I don't know, past clients, objections, or whatever. So everything that you have that you can use and leverage AI in better way. I recommend a model. This is not so crucial, but you should definitely check all these capabilities, web search, canvas. Well, there are not enough time to explain everything.
Mhm.
Canvas also great, and image generation, a code interpreter, and data analysis. Now I will come back here and show you some of my, I don't want to show you everything, of course, but I will show you my GPT for travel brands. This is more appropriate now.
Mm.
You see my screen, right?
Yes, perfect.
Victoria, you see me? Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
Oh,
So
very
this
interesting.
is, yeah, so this is the image that, yeah, this is the image that I'm using. My, of course, brand is AI Tourism Innovator, as mentioned, and this is specifically for travel brands. And it says here, helping travel brands and tourism businesses attract more travelers and increase bookings using personalized AI content strategy, weekly newsletter, and just a minute. I don't know by heart, and actual insights and on leveraging AI in tourism industry. So something like that. Of course, you can prompt the GPT to help you do the screenshot of this page and prompt it to help you to make description and also to make the instruction itself, which is, as I mentioned, super crucial. So you should, and you don't have to, but you should give your GPT a role, like you have your assistant, human assistant or virtual assistant, whatever. So your dedicated content strategy is copyrighted for travel brands and tourism businesses. Your tone of voice is, I will not read everything, don't worry. Your tone of voice is friendly, human to human, and action oriented. Like the best communicators in the industry, I voice sounding overly technical and AI centric, focused on providing value through engaging, clear, and actionable content. Many people won't show you this, just to mention. But I don't have an issue with this. So these are my important resources: my landing page, my offer, my pitch deck, personal website, my blog. Your responsibilities include this and this and this. Key details to incorporate who I am, what I offer, why choose me, ideal customer profile, super crucial. Writing style, example of prompts and use, LinkedIn post, newsletter topic, lead magnet title, email campaigns, SEO blog, and content strategy principles. Conversation started, I didn't put here, but you can see, as you can see, I have many files from research, former clients, objections, my prompts, custom prompts also, and many other stuff. So this is the way how you should and how to build your custom GPT. Now I will shortly show you the projects within the GPT. So on the left side, and this is also possible only in paid version. On the left side, you see you have X-ray as a folder on your computer. It's super convenient. So you said just new project, you name it, and create a project, okay? And then when you create it, I will show you here, for example, for travel tech, because this is now my focus in this period. I have uploaded files and I have chats here with my clients and potential clients and leads. Okay. And also I gave the instruction over here. So not to expose everything immediately, but within the project, this is like similar, really similar, almost the same workflow as within the GPT itself. Okay. So you give the instructions here, like in the GPT, and you upload the files. And then you start the new chat, name it afterwards. Okay. And then you have all the information, so to say, here. Okay. So this is about the GPT itself. Sorry, the GPTs, making projects. About the GPTs, I'm not sure how many you can make, but you should make, like, for example, the GPT for your building your landing pages or building for your newsletter or building your social media. But it doesn't have to be so complicated. For the beginning, make one, and start with it. Okay. And also it counts for the projects. For the projects, you can make as many as you like. I think so. I'm not sure. I have many. And then you have chats here, which you can afterwards, when you start the chat within your ChatGPT, you can add it to the project. Okay. Just switch it here in this way. Just go to 3 dots and then there is add to project, or you can rename it, share it, whatever. Oh yeah, by the way, you can also share your GPT, sorry, to the audience, to the public, to be public. I haven't done that, but it's convenient for mainly for creators, because you can then have brand awareness and many people can use your GPT, etc., etc. So let's go with some prompting, okay? And what makes the difference, I have to say here, I don't want to stop the share screen, but yeah, it's easier to look to the people in, let's say, in the eyes, in the camera. But you should prompt and you should start prompting and talking. And I will show you how, as talking to a human being. I know it sounds a little bit scary. I know it sounds a little bit strange, but this is the only way to get real, tangible results with the tool itself. Because you will get generic results in other cases. And I have to say, I had some funny situations with my wife when I started to do this heavily, especially when you start to you use the voice mode. There is you can choose between women and men. I'm in the voice. And she asked me, with who you are talking day and night? Who is this lady? Really, it was
Went
really
online,
funny.
Ivan.
And it was really funny. And it was, of course, it was a joke. But and also my kids, I had 2 boys. They're joking with me. They're always joking because they're funny boys. They're 9 and now almost 17. The older one, they're always asking me, "Did you bring your AI friend with you now, or did you forget?" But the only way to get results is to do this flow, as I mentioned. So let's do the prompting. So the prompting is what changed. What is the big change? Know how to prompt. That's what I meant and what I mean. Let's start from this prompt here, and I will show you my prompts, not to take too much time, that I will share with your audience with 100 AI prompts, the free resource, especially for your audience, Victoria.
Thank you.
Yes, act as a travel marketing expert, create a blog post and newsletter and a social media post. I will not recommend to do this all at once. I am just showing you. And I'm using, as you can see, my GPT. Social media post for, let's say, Sydney. Let's go with this, right? Targeting, for example, it's close to my interest, families. Include engaging headlines, strong CDAs, call to actions, right? And clear structure. Boom. So we will wait a little bit. Of course, the ChatGPT-5 is deciding what to use. Before there were different models, not to bother your audience now. So you see here, perfect, let's draft 3-in-1 Sydney campaign for families. A blog post, family travel guide for Sydney, an email newsletter, warm, engaging, designed to drive clicks. So bear in mind that this is trained model for over a year. You will not get the same results. You can get results even from, as I mentioned, from free version and 1 prompt, but you will get generic results, which can get any person in the world. And trust me when I say many people are doing that, and they are really hurting their brand. They're publishing just straight away, copy pasting from 1 prompt from free version. It doesn't matter if it's free or paid. It's a bad prompting, it's a bad structure, bad workflow. And they are posting directly on their websites and on their social media posts. And they are really heavily hurting their brands because they're getting the generic results which can anybody get. And then there is no structure, there is no SEO, there is no search, there is
Right.
no tone of
I
voice,
was
there is no brand, there is no style, there is no anything. Okay, blog posts for SEO and engagement, title, Sydney for Kids, Ultimate Family Travel Guides. I will not read everything, of course. Intro, of course. Don't forget, when you get these results, please, I always tell to the people here, this, don't forget to edit as a human. You should have your own tone of voice, brand guidelines before that, brand guidelines with keywords included, with tone of voice, style, and it should and it must sound as you. And that's why I have explained you, I mean, not you, but your audience, how to leverage, how to use and to get all the features, to use all the features from ChatGPT, this particular case, building GPTs, projects, prompting and everything to get the most benefits of it. Okay. So explore the family friendly icons, outdoor activities, practical geometries, email newsletter subject line. This is super crucial. It cannot be done just from one prompt. And you know that, Victoria, for yourself. So senior weights, fun, but for the start, this is more than enough when you have, or when on the other side you have a blank screen, right? When you have a blank screen, it's really hard to start. So senior weights, fun for the whole family. Pre-header, beaches, zoos, etc. Header images, it also suggests the header image, smiling kids for the Sydney Opera House, with the Sydney Opera House in the background. Copy high first name. If you're looking the Perky Family Getaway, Sydney has it all from kangaroo, blah, blah, blah. Here are a few highlights. CTA, plan my Sydney family trip. By the way, great CTA. Closing line, your family adventure is just one click away. Don't just take a holiday, create stories you tell for years. And social media posts, they also suggest visuals. It can make a mock-up if you go, sorry. Oh, sorry, in ChatGPT 5, there is no anyway. In early models, there was an option here, and then you should pick the image option, but now you just prompt it with this visual. I don't want to do it now. It takes a little bit of time, but it can make not the great visuals, but sometimes it gets you the starting point, which you can edit in Canva or other tools, visual tools. And captions, I would say this is not good at all because the hooks are like really unique topic. And we can talk, and I can talk about hooks for, I don't know, hours, days. So the hook should be engaging. It should be like stop, scrolling, stop, 45 characters, and etc., etc. And also there is so-called rehook in social media, especially on LinkedIn, but any other also. But let's say the starting point is not bad. From zoo to splashing in Manly Beach, tips, and please don't use showcase that you have leveraged and used AI tools. So don't use emojis in socials. Maybe pick, for example, my branded emoji, so-called branded emoji, is these hands raised in celebration. This is my emoji that I'm using when I'm using it. Mostly in comments. Rarely, you can use arrows, you can use bullet points, and if you want to point out something, you can use this type of emojis. Because I saw, especially in travel, people are overusing emojis. They think it's better, it's nicer, it's more beautiful. It's bad, believe me. It's not mobile friendly. It's leading away from the content, so to say. And of course, it depends on the platform itself. For LinkedIn, don't use hashtags. So that's one flow. Let's see another one. How many time do we have, Victoria?
Well, we've got another 10 minutes or so, but that's okay. We can go over a wee bit. We'll just be selective on the question.
No, I will, yeah. No, I will not, then I will not continue with this. I will showcase my prompt. Why? Because your audience will get it, at least the one that you will send them to. And this is there is a landing page and to get it, it's really super easy. You only need, I mean, I will share with your audience, you have it already. It's really simple. Just your name and your email, and you will get it free of charge, of course.
Magic.
And you have 100 AI powered content prompts to boost bookings in 30 days. I cannot promise these results, of course. It is not possible to promise these results, but I have built it in this particular way to give you the best results as possible if you follow the workflow that I showed you. Okay, and when you get it, it will be a Notion. This is another tool, which unfortunately I'm not affiliate also. It's totally free of charge. I mean, there is a free tier, and you can use it to build small websites as this one, so-called websites or landing pages. And you can build project. It's basically for project management, but you can build many things there, totally for free. This one was built in Notion. So when you get there, there is an intro of video where I'm explaining actually how you can use it, which is super convenient for you. And there is a so-called pre-step, which I already explained, and that is to build your custom GPT. And I'm also explaining how to do it here. It was recorded before these changes in ChatGPT, but nevertheless, the same workflow. You just get back by the usual stuff, clicking the arrow or clicking here, like the header, like on a website. Then you have the instructions, and then you have LinkedIn prompts. As I mentioned, I'm focused on LinkedIn specifically, but also the blog prompts, blog and email campaigns and blog prompts, and there are 100 of them, and also my contact details. So let's see email campaigns and blog posts, for example. This is different. So share local folklore legend, highlight local wine or beverage trails, for example, offer a guide to explore. Okay, let's use this one. It says why it works, budget travel guides, residents with cost-conscious travelers, etc. The prompt itself is this one. So from the brackets to the brackets, not to read everything. And it said bonus tip include links to discount travel passes or deals. You can do whatever you like, of course. And we should start. Yeah, you should put your custom-made GPT in the sidebar, you see? So you put it in the sidebar. Now I would hide it, but if you go here, then it will say put it in the sidebar.
Okay.
1 second. Okay. And then let's go with Sydney again. And then, as I mentioned, this is just the start. This is this. Sorry, I didn't do it right here. Starting with a blank screen or without the strategy. Sorry. Without the strategy, without the market research, without competitive research, without your at least one pager of marketing strategy, branding strategy, and some kind of tone of voice and keywords and everything else, you wouldn't get appropriate results. And that's the issue with the most businesses, not only travel brands, because I have worked with many businesses in my career, mainly in tourism hospitality. They don't have, believe me, they don't have anything. They are not leveraging email marketing, which is super crucial. That's why I have email prompts here. You should build your email list and you should get them on your email list. You should get their emails. Like I will get the emails from your audience transparently saying that's the biggest asset ever, because the ROI, the return of investment for the email marketing is, believe it or not, almost between 3,000 to 4,000. So if you invest $1, 1 cent, one euro, whatever, you will get back $30 to $40 back if you do it properly. So email marketing is not dead. You should bring, and you have to bring the audience, building your lead magnets. Of course, you have prompts for this. And then when you have the free stuff, they come to your funnel, and then you come to your email list. So this is what we got from the prompt: how to explore Sydney, sparkling harboring city, known for its iconic landmarks, stunning beaches, cosmopolitan flair, blah, blah. Stay smart, affordable accommodation in Sydney, budget hostels, and etc. And Airbnb, short-term, free and fabulous attractions, coastal walks, the Royal Botanic Garden, museum days, etc., etc. Budget friendly. Mainly, most of the people will also get these similar results. But what will point out again is to prompt it like endlessly until you get the desired results. And of course, you can and you should copy it and then put it in a Google Doc or whatever, and then edit it, right? You should edit it in your tone of voice. You should put your details. You should put your keywords. You should put your visuals, whatever you have, which will make it yours, right? And because the model is trained, any model, especially mine, I mean the ChatGPT, it asks you other questions. And especially if it's trained to ask questions, not only to listen to you. And you should, I know it sounds creepy, you should talk to it like to a human being. And what I didn't show you, this is also important. So what would you like to adapt this LinkedIn post, email newsletter, or repurpose as a lead magnet? So what you should use. This is super crucial. I have also stated in my presentation. The voice. So there are three ways to use it. The third way is the change the mind, is the what changed the things. The voice mode, which I won't recommend to use. Why? Because it can be laggy, it can be baggy, it can drop, and then you lose your chat. Okay, it's ended, but it's not recorded because I have ended it. So there is also a dictate mode, which is super now great to use it within the project itself because it's an advanced model now since recently, a couple of months ago, I think, not maybe a few months ago. And you can dictate it. So like this, I'm now dictating to it. And this is like usual. And this is much, much better than the voice mode because what you can do, you can use it here in your desktop and also via your mobile application with the same login, of course. And then I'm using it regularly while I'm walking or doing something. When I remember something, I shoot it to the ChatGPT via voice mode, and I will show you via mic mode. So this is the dictate mode. Just 1 second. It should be recorded. Or I don't know why it's not recorded. Just 1 second, just to try here. It should be recorded here. Yeah, sorry, I didn't do the check mark. And you see, it's recorded. And now you cannot see this, but now I'm plugging my mic from my laptop. And you can do it from your mobile device too. So I just plug my mic here, and now I'm talking to it as to a human being. And it's the game changer. Believe me, I'm doing this regularly. That's why I have this awkward situation with my wife and my kids, because I'm talking regularly on a daily basis for hours. Believe me. Why? Because that's my job, that's my work. And the most important way to do it, and the reason to do it, is because it will learn from your tone of voice. How do you speak? Believe me, it's freaky, it's creepy, but it's super crucial to use it because you will get extraordinary results over time. It will learn because it has the memory, the ChatGPT has the memory, it will learn from you. It is like 24/7 visual system always with you.
Wonderful. I love that.
Of course, it counts for any other AI tool out there: Claude, Gemini, Copilot, Manus, DeepSeek, Chinese,
Yeah.
to mention some of them. So it doesn't matter. I'm talking about workflows. Okay. Of course, now it will randomly go to something else not related to this. So this is the landing page to get these prompts. Just go here and put your name and email, and you will get it. Sorry, mic is still. So as I mentioned, do you hear me now?
Perfect. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
this is the landing page.
Yep.
You just go here, put your details, and you will get this 100 prompts, and you can start to prompt. And of course, I wish you best of luck, and don't stop ever. Prompt it in appropriate way, as I mentioned. And I will stop sharing screen now.
You can even leave it up there with your contact details, maybe. Why don't you do that?
Yeah.
Leave it so people know how to
Did you
reach you.
did you saw my screen all to the end? It was recorded.
I've got 100 AI powered content prompts now here in front of me. I haven't seen.
Yeah, but you saw everything else before, right? You
Oh,
saw
yes,
everything else before
absolutely.
because
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yes. It was wonderful. Thank you.
okay, no worries, no worries.
And I thought
Of course.
maybe if
And
you
then
can bring
I
up
will
your contact info and then might just do a couple of questions because I know
yeah,
I've got tight on the time there.
yeah,
So this
yeah,
is
yeah.
obviously how folks can reach out to you, right?
Yeah, this is my way how they can reach you. It's super convenient, super easy. My LinkedIn profile is Ivan Ivanovic Marketing. If you type Ivan Ivanovic Budapest, I'm the only one here. But there are more Ivan Ivanovic, of course, globally, but not in Budapest. My website is aitourisminnovator.com. My newsletter is AI Tourism Innovator. Also, and my LinkedIn Live and so to say YouTube show is AI Tourism Talks.
So fantastic. Okay. So do you have a
That's it.
couple of moments just to answer some questions
Of
with
course,
that? Fantastic.
of course.
So there was just a couple
Sure.
that popped up for me. I think from knowing how my members will be thinking, there might be a question around what's the difference between the ChatGPT and the projects? Is projects just for storing all your material related to a particular project like you would in like your Windows filing system so that you know where everything is pertaining to a project? Is that what it means? Because I think it was a
In a sense, yes. In a larger sense, yes. You store your files, your prompts, your iterations, whatever you have, and you sort out everything related to the project. That's why it's named project, right? And of course, you give the instructions. When you give the instructions to upload files, it gives much better results within the project.
Okay, got you. All right, fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Okay, and then the other one was because we've now got agentic AI, as we know from Chat 5. So, what's the difference between a Chat GPT and the agentic? Like, why would I bother? I've had this question. Why would I bother with a Chat GPT custom when I could now use agentic AI, right? So, what's the difference and why would I use them?
Well, I'm specialized in this area. So to say, the agentic AI it's not totally different field, of course, but it's this year is the year of the agentic AI, right? At least the big companies say it like that. So agentic AI will give you the opportunity not to do it this type of workflows manual, so to say manually, and to, to you be involved in each step, prompt, whatever. It gives you AI agents. And this is like totally another topic. I have my friends and colleagues and peers who are doing that together with me. We can also offer this type of services if needed. And I know you are also experienced in this area. So using other software like N8N or some other ones, you can build AI agents which can work for you 24/7, so to say. But that's the simplest step. This is a little bit advanced using of AI tools.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, ChatGPT has the agentic mode now in paid version of ChatGPT 5. So
Yes.
you can use it. Of course, they are limiting this. They are limiting this monthly. And I have used this for my outreach tool to, for example, to label my leads. And it did it everything by itself.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. So there's just a couple of questions there that I thought maybe we could just ask.
Yes.
One was from Rosen. I think that's how you say her name. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Rosen. Curious to hear your thoughts on how smaller travel brands are using AI without actually getting overwhelmed. Now, I think you've actually really touched on that today already, haven't you? I mean, effectively,
Yeah,
if you use AI, if I'm not mistaken, this is what I understand, is it really crunches down your time, doesn't it? And by using
absolutely.
the bots, doing the ChatGPT agents, etc., what you trained us on today would already help us and take that overwhelm off your
Mhm.
desk, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Uh,
As you saw, it does like it works in seconds, but this is not the point. As I mentioned, I'm always getting back to the strategies. I'm always getting back to the strategical point of how to adapt it in your business model, so to say, and
okay.
everyday business. So
Okay.
it's not only just prompting and rushing into making some content. It's using it as I showed already, strategically
Mm.
leveraging in this particular case ChatGPT and GPTs and projects and voice and mic and endless iterations and prompting, which makes a real difference.
I think that really leads into what Jason was it Jason? No, it was, let me see now. Oh, Roseanne. She said, if you could pick one thing to focus on as a small travel business, what would it be first? Visual search, text, or voice? Like, what's the most important one to do first? If you were starting out, because she's obviously newbie, and she wants to
Yeah,
know,
no, no worries.
no, which one do I begin with?
It's obvious to start with text first
Mm.
because it feeds the AI itself. And then visuals to spark a demand because without visuals,
Yeah.
there's no appropriate communication. And then also the voice. But
Okay.
of course, you can start as you like.
Yeah.
I'm just suggesting this flow because the voice is growing really, really fast.
Mm.
So you can prepare your frequent asked questions, for example, to benefit to benefit your audience,
Mm.
your ideal clients. And
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know if we mentioned enough. You should have in written your ideal customer profile, ideal
Mhm.
client. Super, super crucial. And then you build for them
Mhm.
and around their pain points, around their desires.
Quite often, my take as well on that is it really depends on the kind of industry that you're in. Obviously, in travel, people are very visual. They want to see where they're going, they want to see where they're staying, which is why Instagram does so well because they have lots of images, etc., etc. But it's not just all visual. We do need that verbal component. We do need the visual component in reading. Actually, so that combination to start with, I totally agree with you. The writing and the images together. And it can just be a blog post with really great images on it and then work out from there. Repurpose that content, hey, into other things. That's
There's also one crucial piece of content that it was pointed out enough, and that is video, of course.
yes, yeah,
So
video. Huge.
short or long form, it's already for years with us. But nowadays, it's like super crucial to leverage it. There are people who are not convenient to be, to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
If you're not convenient, don't use it.
Don't use it. Yeah, I'm with you on that one as well. Okay, now I think that that is probably all the time that we've got, to be honest. But I just want to summarize. I mean, it was really wonderful. I loved how there were some big things that came up, how you can really save time and really money at the end of the day by using AI. I keep drumming this message in to folks all the time. And it's just really great to hear you echo that for me today because it's really key. It makes such a huge difference and it gets that boring grind stuff off your desk a lot faster And so it frees you up to actually go out and be with your tourism clients more or doing whatever it is you actually want to do. But what I also loved about what you had to say, Ivan, as well, is something that I echo as well, which is getting the strategy right to begin with. I talk about a lot how I find that people go, right, I just want to write a post. And they go in at that macro level. And they quite often use free version and it's very vanilla results, what I call vanilla. What you were saying, you're generic. And then now everybody knows that it was written by AI and nobody wants to read it. Now, there's two things there. One
Absolutely.
is the strategy, which is going further, what I like to call further up the funnel, where you're getting that big overview umbrella, and then you work from the big and you nut it down into the smaller stuff. And so you're actually going the opposite way around to what most people use it for. And then the second point that came out there was how you were saying to get very niche with your content, get very personalized, because we know this is big, especially in AI search, if any of you are following me for that. Very, very key. You've got to know your market. You've got to know who you're targeting. You've got to know what their pain points are. So all of these things are, that Ivan's been saying, totally and utterly exactly what you need to be doing. So I think that's really, really great. And I loved how you so quickly demoed how to create a GPT. So it's not scary. It's not daunting. It's so simple. And look, you're not going to get it right the first time, guys. So just that it's like anything. It's like riding a bike. You don't just get on the bike and start riding. You get on it, you fall off,
Absolutely.
it doesn't sound right, you tweak it, you iterate some more, and it's just no different to riding a bicycle. So I just go, I'm with Ivan, just get out there, try it. Do one little thing and go, hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad. And then you can carry on doing it from there and grow out from there. And you can make your life easier by hopping on and getting 100 prompts, guys, from this. He's been in the industry for years and he's already done all the hard yakka for you. So you don't have to do all those iterations. That will take you hours to do. And you've got the expertise of all the years from his destination marketing. We're in there already. So why not? Hop on over. I'll supply that link. It will be somewhere underneath the video. It'll be wherever the video is and the audio is. So just enjoy. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it, Ivan. It was a joy. I'm really glad, genuinely glad we connected. And yeah, thank you for your time. And I look forward to still connecting with you over time because I'm one of your followers and one of your readers of your newsletters. And I look forward to it. So thank you again.
Thank you very much. I just want to say one small thing at the end
Yes.
before thank you to you.
Yes.
And that is people should expose themselves in the terms like so-called personal branding.
Yes.
That's why I say so-called, because everybody now is talking about personal branding.
Yes.
Big two words, personal branding. It's really big issue. Nevertheless, you should expose yourself. I will tell you why shortly. Because if you saw, for example, Bill Gates' profile, it had like 100 million followers. And if you see and saw the Microsoft profile, it had like I don't know, 100 less followers. Why? Because the personality matters. When you expose yourself out there, either via video, via text, it can be not only text, via visuals of yourself, not like selfies, but in appropriate, let's say, pose.
Yes.
you will get also followers. You will get your network. You will get your peers as we have connected, and that is really super crucial also for tourism and hospitality. That they can see you.
Yeah.
People can see you,
Yeah.
and then they know it's you. And then with AI, without AI, it will be much more personalized, right? So once again,
travel industry, aren't we?
yeah,
Travel
we have to
is people. They want to see the people behind it. It's all about the people, right? So there we go.
It's all
So,
about
Ivan, just one last question again. Where can we find you, please? Just to wrap this all up, give me your addresses
course.
again, and I will make them available first. Just so that
So it's Ivan Ivanovic Marketing on LinkedIn, first of all. AI Tourism Innovator. It's when you type it, it's also the website, my personal website. You will see it's more related now to travel tech companies, but nevertheless, I work also with travel brands and tourism businesses in general, and also my digest with the same name, AI Tourism Innovator, and digest a newsletter, which I publish almost for 30 weeks every Saturday, free resources around AI in tourism, of course, and my AI Tourism talks. And I would like to announce my special guest in the near future. It will be Victoria Ludemann.
Well, thank you very
I
much.
will invite you.
I
I will invite
graciously
you in.
accept. I graciously accept.
Of course. It will
Thank
be a
you.
pleasure.
Oh, no, you've been a
Thank you
delight.
for
Thank
everything.
you. Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you
all
very
your
much.
wisdom. Really, I do appreciate it. All the way from Budapest, everyone. Thanks for everyone for joining us. And yeah, look forward to connecting with you again. All right. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Take care. Bye bye.